just have to have some kind of decency and respect. And
What?
Mike's about to unofficially break a world record with him.
Dalton got a perm, bro. He looks like fucking Napoleon Dynamite.
I think I signed like 3 NDAs. Even if I wanted to say something, I literally
He's
could.
locked. I'm not like trying to figure out if he's attractive or not, but do people in general?
Shopify is here to make selling online easy with the #1 checkout on the planet, which is good for customers and business owners. We love Shopify for a ton of different reasons, from their integrated apps, AI tools, and award-winning assistance, but especially their mobile app. So you can keep an eye on whatever's going on with your store from anywhere. So upgrade your business and get the same checkout that we at CboysTV.com use, and sign up for your $1 per month trial period at Shopify.com/wideopen, which is all lowercase. Go to Shopify.com/wideopen to upgrade your selling today. That is Shopify.com/wideopen.
What changed now that you're not on the juice?
I was kind of sick when we got back from Florida, which made me not want to drink.
Dude, good job, Ev. I'm proud of you for that.
What?
me
It's
too.
been like 3 days.
I'm back to
You're
day
saying
0.
no. I mean, we're potentially going out to get some drinks with Travis Pastrana, and you're saying no.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of self-control that you wouldn't have had 4 days ago.
I'm proud of you. I really am. I couldn't even say no last night when I went out to dinner. They're like, "You want a winter mule?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Well, and I mean, plus, I'm trying to hit the vintage ride. I'm trying to ride some snowmobiles this weekend. So
I feel like Evan's got plans back home. That's
I-
why he's really turning it down to go hang with his boys.
There-
But
there's
not because he doesn't want to.
it's a multiple factor thing.
We can just assume it's for the alcohol reason.
If
What?
I was sober for a whole year, I would break it to have a beer with Travis Pastrana.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty solid reason.
Yeah, like that's a reason that's worth doing it.
Pretty cool. I mean, like, the younger you would be absolutely appalled
Can
if
you
he found out
imagine?
that you turned that opportunity down.
Can you imagine telling 13-year-old you're like, "Travis is going to call you up for a beer later today," and you're going to say no?
Yeah, me and CJ were actually talking about this. So the other day, Travis Pastrana texted Micah and was like, "Hey, I'm in your guys' area."
Too. It was
Out of the
caught me off
blue,
guard.
I'm in your guys' area. Can I come to your guys' shop and check it out? And, like, it's bizarre for 2 reasons. The first one being nobody texts us and just says, "Hey, I'm in your area. I'm going to swing by."
That never happened.
We
yeah.
live in the middle of nowhere. It makes no sense for people to be in our area and want to swing by. And that's the first reason. The second reason being, it was always like, I think everyone in this room's dream to go to Pastrana Land, like Travis Pastrana's compound, his shop, and
Still is.
It still is, right?
Still is.
It's just bizarre to me. I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around the fact that he asked us to come to our compound.
Yeah.
Right. In most cases, it would be like, "Hey, did you guys hear Travis is just down the road?
We should hit him up. Yeah.
We got to get him out doing something." So that was cool.
It was sweet to have him pull up to the shop. But me and CJ were driving from one of the shops to the other, and we drive past like this spot that we used to ride dirt bikes at, like when we were little kids, and like it's literally just a ditch. It used to have like a little sand hill on it, right? and CJ was like, it's funny because like back when we were riding this sand hill, I used to always be like, "Man, I'd be sick if Travis Pastrana came here and rode this sand hill with us." Makes no sense. Why would he ever do that?
Like a 13-year-old's mentality. It's literally like a 35-foot tall sand hill, but you're just like, "Yeah, he'd love to. He'd love to ride
he would
this."
probably like this, right? Granted, we didn't ride the sand hill, but it felt like oddly similar to that feeling.
Yeah, it's like crazy that it actually was happening. But yeah, it's just odd that he would be in Cormorant. There's really not much reason, but he's actually up here to do this big jump over in Detroit Lakes on the lake. I don't know if we can say it or not.
we'll
but
just
doing
see how it
something.
pans
I
out
don't
and
want
we'll
to say
talk about it.
the whole plan, but yeah, he's got this like a pretty big jump.
CJ says the whole plan. And then, anyway,
Well,
I don't want to
there's
like
much more
spoil
to
any
it.
details.
There's much
but
more to it, but we're gonna be there today and tomorrow to watch it go down. But
But
yeah,
I
super
didn't
cool.
really realize like just how familiar with the area he was. So there's a rally called the Ojibwe Forest Rally that he'd been racing since 2004. And he said that's where he performs his best. He's like, "You guys have the best roads out here." I'm like, "Yeah, we
Who
do."
knew?
Dude, I was just laughing though. Somebody watching our videos, and then they go over to Travis Pastrana's video, and he's in our hometown, and then like they go to you guys see Weston Champlin was
Yeah,
filming
he
a
was in
video in
Minnesota.
Minnesota, and they go to that, and they're like, when did Minnesota just become like the spot to be doing like stunts?
I thought the same thing,
How
dude.
many places have ice and then you narrow it down? We're
Yeah.
pretty
I
good
know,
spot.
but it's so cool because normally Minnesota gets like so overlooked. I feel like Wisconsin. Wisconsin's a place in Michigan are places of power sports.
cheese.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. The
I
UP.
think Minnesota does get like a lot of rap for being like super cold. Because
Yeah,
it's super cold
because
here.
it's super fucking cold.
But whenever people are talking about like, man, what's the worst place that we could go that's freezing and we don't want to go all the way up to Alaska? Minnesota sucks,
Minnesota.
doesn't it?
yeah, they should hear about North Dakota. It's even worse.
Yeah, right? Like Wisconsin sucks. North Dakota's even worse.
hmm
But yeah, Minnesota's just like kind of like the spot to go, I guess now.
Yeah.
I don't like this chair.
You don't?
That is
No.
two.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really care for those either. Like they're just flat. Like it needs a better cushion.
Yeah, like
it's just
I actually
sliding
don't
down
gotta
and
buy a
then
better
You
one.
kind
the
of just gotta
bottom
like
slides
sink
out.
in. You kind of gotta sink into it, Ev, but your belly
No,
might be hanging
when
out.
I sink into it, then the
yeah.
butt
Butt
just slides
scoots
right
out.
off. Yeah, it's terrible.
And your
Sorry,
belly-
Ryan.
belly
No,
Bad,
that's
bad
a-
chair. Bad chair.
It was a cheaper chair, so I'm okay with that.
Just
But
throw some like Velcro on it or something.
God, my
we'll
ass
get
to
the
the
appropriate
chair.
We could use Ken's chairs.
No.
Ken's
I-
got a pair of $5,000 chairs. Those
Pair?
would be Great.
I only bought one. My mom bought the other.
Why
Yeah,
the fuck do you have
I
two
kind of want to dive
$5,000
into that,
chairs?
Ken.
You have more money in two chairs than I probably have in furniture.
I got a
My house.
specific look that I wanted,
Yeah,
and
bougie.
it was $4,500.
Are they flammable?
Okay.
I mean, anything's flammable if you try hard enough. I actually felt like a real idiot when I picked it up because I didn't.
Holding it over your head.
Tell me
Man, I
why,
feel like
Ken.
an
Wait,
idiot.
why? Because you were picking up
No,
a
so I-
$5,000 chair?
No,
right?
I
Because
didn't. I didn't strap anything down, and I just threw it in the back of my truck, and the whole fucking thing just blew apart the second I got on the highway. So like, I'm in Fargo, just cardboard everywhere, shit just flew, and it was like, God,
People
Did
are
you-
not
like,
a good look
Typical
strapping your
Cybertruck.
$5,000 chair together in the
I
back of your
mean-
Cybertruck.
Dude, just picture this. You're, I don't know, let's just say a 65-year-old furniture salesman, right? You don't really know what the hell's going on with this new age bullshit, right? You have this guy show up in a refrigerator and he picks up a $5,000 futuristic looking chair and he throws it in the back of the fridge and rips off. Like, that guy's still just wondering what's going on with the world that we're living in.
yeah,
Did you pick up your trash off the highway?
damn near almost got ran over about 4 times, but I did pick up all the
Good
garbage.
job, Ken.
It's
Good
scary
job.
being on the side of the highway, isn't it?
In the city too, it's like, ooh,
Yeah. So where's that chair going? Your boathouse?
yeah.
I haven't been to your boathouse yet, but I
You
know
won't,
our
right?
friend group.
You're not going to be invited to.
I'm not invited. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I know our friend group, and it seems like a place where the concrete floors and oversized fridge were like good decisions, but an expensive chair seems like scary that close to the water with us.
I mean, you just have to have some kind of decency and respect, and
What?
it doesn't have concrete floors anymore. Those got covered up.
Oh, you didn't do that? What'd you do?
LVP.
Nice.
That was a good call, Ken. When
Looks
Alex
way
and I
better.
went and looked, yeah, when you were saying concrete floors, I was like, it's gonna. I don't know about that, but it
I'm
looks
do-
way
I-
better with the wood.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I'm excited to see it. Hopefully I get the invite. Sounds like I'm not, but seems like
That'd
a
be
cool
so
place.
awkward. We're all just like full blown housewarming, boat housewarming without you. How's everybody else's houses doing? You guys got good heat? Nothing's broken?
Yeah, I got a text from one of my tenants yesterday saying that his washing machine froze.
Froze?
Yeah,
So he's
How
got the
cold
heat
is it in
set
the
super
house?
low.
like the pipe into his washing machine froze.
Damn.
So then what?
It's just one. Man, I
Scummy
did my
landlord.
books on my rentals the other day. We ain't making money, boys.
You're going backwards.
Yeah. Luckily, they appreciate, but damn,
They
do
don't appreciate you, brother.
Yeah. So I was thinking maybe I could get you over there to replace him, Ken.
I don't do that anymore.
But you would for a friend, right?
I don't do that anymore. No,
You couldn't just
When
pick
do you
up
think
an
the-
old trait.
When do you think the last time I did that was? It was like 5 years ago.
You saying you forgot?
Let that be somebody else's problem.
But dude, it's been so cold. Like pretty much all of my rentals have had like some kind of like pipe freezing or some kind of issue.
Guys, your house been good? Because your house is
House has
old.
been
It's
good.
like
Yeah.
100 and some years
Surprisingly
old.
good.
It's
Like,
been redone really nice, but
Chilling.
that's
So
good.
that's good. It's old. Yeah, it's like over 100 years old.
Is it scary living in a 100-year-old house?
There's got to be someone who's died in it. Sorry.
I don't know. That's honestly, that stuff doesn't bother me.
Yeah, as long as they got the body out, it's not that big a
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Really? Does the
exactly,
ghost
like-
go with the body?
Well, I don't know, but it would suck if there was still a body in the house. Like that would
Yeah.
that would be scary.
That's
Around.
borderline incriminating.
No, I just meant
Just
like
'cause
if
there's a
Mike bought a house after someone passed away in it, hopefully they got the body out.
I'd say it could be incriminating. They find a body in your house, you're gonna have some explaining to do. And if you don't know where it came from, you're really gonna be in a pickle. Listen, I don't know what happened. Yeah, that's what they all say.
Is that the
Do you have a-
is that the buyer's problem
I
or
don't
the
even
seller's
know.
problem?
Do you have a crawl space or an attic?
No.
So it's been covered up.
That I know of, yeah.
There's got to be a crawl space. There's always a crawl space.
If I find a skeleton, I'll probably like put it together like the ones in science class. Prop it up on a
Hang it.
rod. Yeah, I just like studying the human anatomy.
It's a free Halloween decoration.
Yeah, exactly. It's a real skeleton.
Can't put a price on that.
from 1907.
Dude, actually, though, my house is, when it's this cold, because it's been like 20 some below, and when you set the heat to, I normally have it set at like 69. You'll wake up in the morning when it drops down to 35 below with wind, and it's just 65 degrees in the house. The heat just
Can't do
never turns off all night.
It's just
And
cranking.
it's just-
Are you
it's just
spending
cold.
like a ton of money in gas, or do you have gas, or
Well, yeah, I just save so much with my electric car. But yeah, no, my propane bill and my electricity bill are both nuts.
Ken, how is our house at holding heat? Good or bad?
The main floor is great. Where I live in the basement, it's fucking freezing.
Really?
I've
I actually
got a
like
little,
it cold. I like it cold.
I've got a space heater. Like
You
it's
guys
in-
could switch.
It's in like the 50s in the basement. If I
No
if I don't
shit.
have a little space
50s?
heater going.
Holy shit.
Holy
Ken.
shit.
Borderline see your breath.
So earlier this week, CJ's girlfriend Alex, we show up at home and she's like, "It smells like gas outside."
Oh, God.
So like, I was like, "Oh, yep, that's definitely the smell
Natural
of
gas.
natural gas." So of course you call them and then they're like, "Get out of the area as soon as
Evacuate,
possible.
evacuate."
Don't turn any lights on or off, blah, blah, blah."
It's 10:30 at night. Alex is easily influenced, and so she's immediately spooked. Like she thinks, like she fucking forgot her phone in the house, getting out so fast.
Oh my
and I'm
gosh.
over here like, bro, like
I'm going to take a shower.
I mean,
before
it
I
is
leave.
like-
30,
it's-
like I'm not trying to deal with this shit right now. Like, I don't think we need to evacuate. The house is outside.
If that thing did catch fire, it would have just been a giant fireball.
so what happened?
They sent a guy out and it was like just leaking out of the meter, which thank God, because it's, if it's past the meter, that's our responsibility. And he's like, "Well, I can't do anything, so I'd have to leave." But it was like on the meter, it was leaking, so he just had to replace it.
Do you think someone's trying to sabotage you?
Yeah, it seems like it. Doesn't seem like the thing that would just start
You've got a suspicious look in your face.
Ken was just trying to tear down another house.
Would have been a nice insurance payout, but
And I don't think you can go on your podcast and say that.
I mean, it didn't happen.
insurance is for stupid people.
Okay, hold on.
All right, I like
All
yourself.
right.
Keep going.
Okay.
You should be able to do something stupid and the insurance pays for it. So
Yeah, so basically Ken and I waited outside the house for like an hour in our cars at like
God.
till like probably what 11:30.
yeah,
It
like
was just annoying because like I go to bed early typically, and I'm like, this is fucking everything up, and it was all just a waste. And the thing is I already knew it was leaking the day before. I just didn't investigate it because Mike came over and he's like, "Smells like propane or something out there," and it was like just so goddamn cold out, and I was like in my boxers or something, and I was just like, I'm not gonna go out there and fucking.
Doesn't
look
smell
around.
like propane
It's
in
fine.
here.
It's fine. So I just go to bed. This was like 24 hours later that Alex comes home and
Nice.
mentions it. And then I'm like, I should probably go look. I go out, look, realize it's coming off that. So I walk inside. Ken, is it bad if, natural gas is leaking off that? He was like, what? He goes out there, looks at it. He comes back in. Yeah, that's bad. I'm calls them. They're like, evacuate the house. I'm like, all right, well,
goddamn.
you guys didn't even know it, but this has been happening for over 24 hours. I slept like
And
a
we're
baby
fine.
last
We
night.
gotta
Yeah,
stop
Alex
on
had
your
candles
tents,
on.
But yeah, so then we're sitting out there just wasting a bunch of time sitting there watching.
Let's
a lot
get
of
him.
things go wrong when it's this cold out. Like vehicles don't want to run, obviously. It just really is
Houses
hard
don't wanna run.
on anything when it's negative 22 degrees out.
Yeah.
It is amazing that anything can live outside. Like deer, squirrels, rabbits, birds. I don't fucking know how they do it.
Fish.
Feral cats, just like lunchbox. Like, how do they do it? It's amazing.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Ev, you said you're doing a vintage ride this weekend?
Not particularly me riding a vintage sled,
I
but
was like,
just
yeah, are you
go
showing up on the
show up
chaos?
on a sled and hang out.
Yeah, no vintage
Go
sled.
see what's going on. Yeah, no vintage sled for me though.
If there's one thing about a vintage ride, it's that you want to be sober. I know that's not why It was
Yeah,
just
so
funny.
that's good, Ev, that you're sticking with this trend.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
How many days have been?
Like 2.
Good
2
start.
more days than yesterday. Just one day at a time.
Ryan, when's the last time you went 2 days without drinking?
Until last night. Then I think I'd had like 4. But I don't know. It was just habit. I just sat down at the restaurant and he went, "You want a winter mule?" And I said, "Yup." And then
Can't turn down a winter mule.
it just showed up to my table, and then I was like, "Fuck, I'm not supposed to be drinking."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you not supposed to be
who told
drinking?
you?
Well, I'm not supposed to, as in rules that I've enforced by myself. Like, I'm just trying not to. Tried to avoid
Right. Yeah, because of our challenge.
because of our fitness challenge. Yeah.
Gotcha. Have you guys been working out?
Fuck yeah.
No.
I have.
No.
I thought
We're
about it.
at
though.
3 and 3.
So 3 and 3.
I've thought about it.
All right, so let's
I've thought about it.
we'll maybe chalk that up as a 1/4%.
There we go.
Justin
I-
did give me a snap card, and I was considering taking it, and then I was like, I'll do that later.
You can always work out another day.
Yeah.
Creating an online business creates thousands of decisions that you have to make. Trust me, someday you'll get all torn up about what font to use for something. But when it comes to selecting what you're going to use to set up your online or in-person store, there's one easy answer: Shopify. Because Shopify is here to make selling online easy with the #1 checkout on the planet, which is good for customers and business owners. We love Shopify for a ton of different reasons, from their integrated apps, AI tools, and award-winning assistants, but especially their mobile app. So you can keep an eye on whatever's going on with your store from anywhere. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify, especially with Shopify Pay, which can boost conversions by 50%. Shopify is crucial for our business, and if you make the switch, you will see just how much your life can improve with Shopify. So upgrade your business and get the same checkout that we at CboysTV.com use, and sign up for your $1 per month trial period at Shopify.com/wideopen, which is all lowercase. Go to Shopify.com/wideopen to upgrade your selling today. That is Shopify.com/wideopen. Great news. It is time to get rid of that bulky, crusty wallet that makes your back hurt from sitting on it. For a limited time, our listeners get 10% off at Ridge by using code WIDEOPEN at checkout. Just head to ridge.com and use the code WIDEOPEN, and you're all set. And after your purchase, they're going to ask where you heard about them. Please support our show. Tell them that we sent you. Ridge has over 50 colors and styles to choose from, with modern slim designs that holds 12 cards plus cash. They come in aluminum, titanium, or carbon fiber, and all Ridge products have a lifetime warranty. This is the last wallet you'll ever have to buy. My favorite part about Ridge wallets is they have RFID blocking technology, so that keeps you safe from digital pickpockets. Plus, with over 100,000 5-star reviews, Ridge is a solution if you're looking for a wallet upgrade. Trust me, it will make your life easier having this thing. And for a limited time, our listeners get 10% off at Ridge using code WIDEOPEN at checkout. Just head to ridge.com and use code WIDEOPEN, and you're all set. After your purchase, they will ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Thanks so much for sponsoring the podcast, Ridge.
I've been in the gym for the last week, and dude, it is weird how many subs are in like the gym that CJ and I and Ryan work out at. Like the amount of
place.
Yeah, the amount of people that are wearing like the merch too. But it's like I've been in there at like 9:30, and it is like packed full of just like under 25-year-old kids.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
AM or
damn,
PM?
PM.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, does nobody sleep anymore? It's like the most bizarre thing. Like it's like popping.
Yeah. Dude, when I was their age, like they probably don't need that much sleep, and it's fun. You just go to the gym, you got all your buddies, you're just kind of like you're doing something a little
Taking
bit.
pictures.
They're not old enough to go to the fucking bar yet.
Yeah.
So what else are they gonna do?
You know, you're doing
Some of 'em,
something
yeah.
positive, but you're also getting to hang and kind of chill at the same time.
I was laughing though. Last night I was in there, and there's just like a bunch of younger dudes in there, and they all kind of have like the same haircut and
Yeah,
like look the
dude.
same. And then I was like, damn, dude, everyone in here just looks like Dalton.
Yep.
And then I go, holy shit, that kid looks like Dalton. And he turns around, it was Dalton. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot Dalton got a perm, bro. He looks like fucking Napoleon Dynamite.
Don't forget about the spray tan.
Did
Why
he,
do you think
did he
he
get a
did
spray
that?
tan?
Yes, he did.
He said
For
he did
his fucking
self-tanner,
video.
but I don't know.
For his TikTok?
Yeah.
He got a spray tan for his TikTok.
Yes.
Man,
'Cause he
he's
said
really
he-
he's investing in his content,
He
dude.
said he was looking a little too pasty.
I think part of the allure for Dalton's videos is being a good-looking guy. So like he needs to really make sure he's keeping up on his looks.
Top of his game.
Facials, spray tans,
does help.
Facials?
pedicures,
Facials.
you know, curls in the hair, all that shit.
I guess, yeah, if I had like a bunch of chicks that followed me and I was like a young dude, young strapping lad like Dalton, yeah, I'd maybe care about a little bit more about that too, I guess. But yeah, I've just been rocking with the same tubby milk bag look
It's been
on
working
our
for ya.
YouTube channel for the last 8 years, and it's
Been
worked.
working.
You don't think a spray tan would have made a difference for you?
Chocolate
I was
milk.
like,
Chocolate
there's-
milk bag.
There's a difference between like really caring about how you look and then bringing it to the spray tan level.
Spray tan
In the middle
perm.
of February in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone that I tell, like in the gym, people come up and I'm like, yeah, we're doing this 100-day challenge, and word's kind of spread around. Like some people come up and ask me about it now.
Dude, I have
And,
so many of my friends are hopping in on it.
Are
too.
they?
Yeah. I got Blake in Arizona, Jeff in Fargo. Like people are riding with us.
That's awesome. Yeah. Kind of like the whole team is doing it. Justin's doing it. Our chef Jen said she was doing it.
Gavin.
Gavin's doing it. Big Wrench doesn't need to. He's got old man strength. He would hands down beat any of our asses, and
Big
he
Wrench
doesn't.
puts 3 plates up.
Yeah, literally, dude. It wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, no, the whole team is getting in shape. But everyone I tell at the gym that like what we're doing, and then like the end, like we're doing a bodybuilder competition. That is like the cherry on top. Like they're like,
Yeah.
yes, that is. I hope you guys do it. I hope you see it through. Because I'm like, and we're thinking about maybe doing a body competition. And they're like, oh, you have to do that. That'd be hilarious.
I don't know if we're thinking about it. We are doing
I know.
it.
I think
doing
we've like,
It's
committed
set
to
in
it.
motion. Yeah.
but it was funny. No, we had like this, our personal trainer come in that was doing like the body comps on us at the beginning of the week and taking all the stats of everyone, you know, with the little tape measure out, running around everyone's bellies and everything. And we told him what our idea was with the bodybuilder competition. And he thought that we meant just going to a bodybuilder
Like we're gonna just
competition.
watch it, like
Yeah,
sit in
go
the
and
crowd.
watch
He's
it.
like,
And that's
oh,
how
like,
we're gonna end it.
Yeah, like nice. So you're gonna just like be in the crowd or something like that. He said, and we're like, no, like
No,
we're
like
trying to
in
be
it.
up on stage.
And he's doing that like as he's like running the tape measure around my belly, and he like looks up and he's like,
You?
Stops.
can't believe it.
Yeah, like you're gonna enter in the competition. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's like, dude, I got to teach you guys the poses, which is like the one you need 2 things, like
Posing and
uh,
spray tan.
ripped.
the muscles and the spray tan, and then the poses.
That was like 3.
I don't think you
Get
need the
that you need
muscles.
2 things.
I don't think you
and
need
then
the
just
muscles.
bundle things.
I think just
together.
to enter,
3
you gotta have the spray tan and just know the poses halfway.
Yeah, because I doubt they're like, send us a picture of what you look like.
I mean, he was
before
saying
the
you basically just
competition.
have to register and
Yeah.
you're in.
I
Dude,
just
fuck,
we just
that's
have a
so
very
funny.
It is
very
funny.
loose regimen. Because then once he heard that, he's like, all right, so like, how often will I be training you guys?
Yeah, at that
We're
point
like,
he was like very
"Oh."
serious.
You could swing by sometime, maybe train us once or twice.
Shoot us a text.
And then he's like, what's the meal plan? You guys want me to shoot you like breakfast, lunch, and dinner? What do you want to do for the meal plan? We're like, well, we got Jen.
yeah, Jen will probably just cook.
Yeah,
Jen, lay off on the carbs for us.
dude,
no more
those,
bread.
like bodybuilder competitions, they take it so fucking seriously. Back when I worked at a gym, like any of those people that were like into it, it's such a big deal, but it's really not. It's like you're just going to a local. I'm sorry to belittle it, but you're just going to like a local
it's-
fucking show. There's probably 20 people in the crowd, and all of them are related to someone up on the stage.
Well, making enemies with the strong guys before we go.
not
Good
like-
call.
It's not like
Interesting approach. Interesting approach on this one, CJ. I
not
might
like-
let you solo man this mission.
It's not like the competition Arnold Schwartz is on.
I don't know. Well, I'm sure you guys do like know who Sam Sulik is.
Yeah,
Like he just
he won't
I
be at
guess-
our competition.
No, but he just did like I guess
Shit,
his
he's
first bodybuilding competition and did all his full cut because he used to be a massive. And then, dude, people just talk mad shit in the comments.
Really?
Yeah, I was
Saying
like
what?
really surprised. Like, and I'm like, the dude's 23. This is his first bodybuilding competition, and he is jacked as Jack gets. I mean, so are the other guys, but I'm just like, I just don't understand. Maybe you could hate on him for the spray tan.
Like, what are they
I just can't believe
Like-
that guy is that fucking jacked, and he is just entering now in his
Yeah.
first competition. Like,
He
what
had
the
a-
fuck was he? He was
he
really
had an-
training.
Interesting journey. Like he just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger for like 2 years straight, and then he's like,
You really
all right,
followed this guy.
now it's time for the cut.
Mike, I love that you're not working out, but you're watching workout YouTube videos.
It's a start. It's a start.
Mike's
Yeah,
like
it's a
getting in
start.
the right state of mind.
Yeah, but then like I don't know, like many people, you see those guys, and you're like, I don't even know if that's like
Feasible, like
Well, no,
you
I
can't
just
even
don't-
picture your
does that
being,
like look good? Like I'm not like trying to figure out if he's attractive or not, but do people in general do they think that's attractive?
3 a.m. on YouTube.
Or like
Imagine.
the togi route or whoever that is.
Yeah, he's on roids.
Just
No,
I
that's
love
the
Togi.
imagine
so good.
casino gambling and
those
Togi's so
guys.
funny.
All those guys are standing there shirtless, and Mike is also standing there shirtless, but like looks the way he does, and he's like, "All right, I'm just trying to decide like who here I think looks attractive," and they're all doing their poses for Mike, and he's like the judge, and he's
Scratching
like,
his beard.
"All right, you're definitely out."
No, yeah, I'm just like picking which one I like maybe want to look like. I don't know if I can do the spray tan. I know I have to, but
it's not
To
that
me, the
bad.
spray tan seems like the easiest part. Even Ken's done it.
that's true. But
You
I'm
just feel
true,
disgusting
Ken.
for like 24
just
hours.
scared of
but-
Evan.
Well, Evan's gonna be sprayed
Yeah, I'm
tan
not
up
gonna
too. He's
feel
gonna look
the
like a
same.
little
No,
Oompa.
We got to go to somebody
Get
that'll give us a
suspenders.
bad spray tan too.
That's actually
That's
fun.
too thick, you know.
I
That,
mean,
like
that's
gets-
We get canceled because of our bad spray tans.
We just got to fly Lexi up here for
we
a day.
overdo it.
no, she
Yeah,
won't
Ken,
do a bad
Ken
one.
just wants to fly Gavin's sister up for a day.
That's the thing. She's too professional. She won't do a bad one. Like you look just really tan when you did yours. We got to find someone who was willing to mess it up.
Look,
Like
Ken,
you're trying to look like just straight up orange.
Yeah,
I think we should do our own spray tans. You can buy the tent on
Oh,
Amazon.
there you go. Can
we could have Big Ranch
Can you-
set up his tent and have him do it.
Can you like,
Big Ranch, can you
Put on
bring
a
your
suit?
spray gun in and bring your suit in
Suit,
today?
that
He
would
doesn't. We're all standing there in our little speedos.
Yeah, we all line up, so we just do it for efficiency. Like write down all 6 back and forth.
One person just gets like paint.
Yeah, like well, that's what I was thinking. You guys could go first because I want to do like either like purple or red. I think.
I don't think you get to pick your tents, do you?
You can do orange or kind of orange.
Yeah,
I want Mike to look like the couch.
yeah, that's how. I
You'll
wanna
probably
look.
look like that, Mike. We can do that.
Have you guys been seeing that our giveaway winners are becoming like a social trend? Like it's like a meme now.
How
Yeah.
about the snowmobile winner?
Right. So like even before that, though, like it's so known that the winners of our giveaways 98% of the time are not excited or they don't
They're just not going to
show
cry.
their excitement. Yeah, I mean, might be ways of maybe not saying thanks or might be ways of not crying.
Yeah.
And granted, like you won, we don't get to choose who wins, completely random. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to say thanks. You don't have to be excited, right? But people are on the internet are like catching on to that, and it's becoming just like a
And
trend.
they think they're the ones that are like, yes, they do. They do need to be excited.
Right. So the last snowmobile winner, and you know, he was a nice guy and whatnot too, but he kind of just fell into the same bucket of, come on, man, just give us a tier. And he's like, oh, I'm excited, but I'm not that excited.
It is amazing how things like that just naturally happen. Like, how do we have this many in a row? There has been some that were really appreciative, you know, but I think regardless, it's a shocking
Well,
moment.
it's hard to say. Yeah, like not appreciative. I will just stick with the excited.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't
like to
say
think
that they're not.
Almost all of them are appreciative.
The
if
way
not
that
all
the
of them.
excitement comes out.
Yeah, there's just so many. We catch like the snowmobile winner. He was at the bar. Like there's so many factors, and I do one of the same thing. How it just like one after another.
But maybe do we have to try this? Do like calling the winner at a different time of day? Like, what do we got to do? What do we got to do to hype them up a
They're
little
too
bit?
sleepy at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
You guys remember that time we drove all the way like 7
That was the
hours
best.
to deliver that
That was the best
snowmobile, and
one.
it was just fucking awkward. And then we like the kid was just like, "Oh, thanks," and then
That one was the worst
like
one.
we literally were there for like 15 minutes. We were like planning like hanging for the day, but it was just like that. It was just like that, just quiet, and we are like, "All right, well, we're gonna get out of here." And then we hopped back in the truck, drove another 7 hours home.
Back home.
Did we ask him if he knew who we were?
I think we
I think-
did,
yeah,
and he did, but like
Yeah.
his parents were just like, "No, he's just quiet."
Quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hard to hate on people that express their emotions differently, but it's been literally been that way since the start. I think the first giveaway winner was good, but I remember then the second one wasn't, and then we had Big Joe. which now
Big
he's
Joe was
actually
the
Joe was
first.
now he's
one.
an
Yeah,
adult.
he was the first,
first.
dude.
He was stoked.
That's
That's how it started. We
I
were
was
like,
started-
this is awesome.
This is what people
super nice
think.
family.
This is a joke, but I'm going to blame it on Big Joe because he was literally levitating. He was jumping around his house, screaming. His family was probably like, dude, you got to chill out. He was literally running around his house, screaming.
Because he was so
and
excited.
Never had anything
And he
like
set
that.
the bar so high.
Yeah.
And then whoever was after that really, I remember, wasn't excited. And we're like, damn, this thing kind of sucks. And then we gave it to Having a Blast. And Having a Blast was a great guy who
Yeah.
deserved the snowmobile.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on him.
Remember Having a
I remember
Blast?
the meme.
You having
but-
fun having a blast?
Oh, yeah.
With the snowmobile?
Yeah.
Super nice guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
It is crazy, like how much we've like,
Imagine him
name was
listening to
like
this and he's
Elijah
just
or
like, oh,
something.
fuck.
Yes.
That I'm having a blast.
Never knew he was a meme. Good kid. Well deserving.
Great kid.
What about that one kid that was in Walmart and he had the mask on? It was just super awkward.
Forgot.
Oh, I
about his-
It's
forgot
on
about that
YouTube.
one.
I just don't know what video it is, but yeah,
Yeah,
that
it was
one was like
Probably a pit bike, maybe?
it was just a pit bike. Yeah, he was like psh, just a pit bike.
Nothing to be excited about.
Yeah, that's right. We told him, and he was wearing a mask, and we couldn't tell if he was like smiling underneath the mask or if he
It was
couldn't
just
hear us.
awkward.
We were like, "Can you hear us? Is the audio
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
through?"
I can
And
hear
he
you.
was like, "Yep." And he just like kept walking. And we're like, "Is this guy playing a prank on us right now?" We're on like what 35? This is our 35th giveaway.
Crazy. 35 people.
What year did we start doing them?
35 official is the
2018.
I bet
crazy
you we
thing.
have 7 good ones.
Yeah, I feel like we're due for one. So we're giving away a Raptor R right now. If you think that maybe you out there watching, you're sitting in your car listening to this or laying in bed or whatever you're doing, and you're like, hey, I'm an exciting person. Or, I might show my excitement on camera. Try and get entered. Win it.
And we do have one more. We'll announce the quad pretty soon here. And so hopefully they're excited too.
You're right.
I mean, dude, how could you not be excited about a camouflage utility wheeler?
I'd be excited.
Well, really? Yeah, we say that about every single one of our giveaways.
I don't know. Maybe it's just our demo.
Just chill
They're
guys.
just chill guys.
Ryan,
Yeah.
your
Too
comment,
chill.
your comment on the Raptor R like reveal post on Instagram.
Was
F it, I'm buying another TRX. Like that to me was just pure comedy. Like whether you do or not. Like how do you think that thing compares to your TRX? It's very
I think
similar,
it's
obviously.
pretty similar because a Raptor always felt smaller and less powerful than my TRX. Like it just did. The TRX was the biggest and a Raptor and then like a normal truck. But this just levels up to like, it feels like a TRX when you're driving it. Like it feels really big on the road and you floor it and it gets really sketchy and light. I would say it's pretty similar. But
Yeah,
you
I mean-
can't beat the Dodge supercharger sound. Freaking.
You think it's that different?
Oh,
I think that the Raptor's better. The Raptor R is better than the TRX.
Well, that's because you love Raptors.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't
But
even-
I
Yeah, but
think
CJ told me the other day
handles
that
better.
maybe I'm not a Raptor guy.
It handles better, nicer interior. That's my 2 cents.
It's got rear wheel drive.
You can switch in between rear wheel drive.
Yeah, that's true. I had to do the unlocker thing to do
I
that.
remember the TRX, like the supercharger had such a squeak to it. It was like
It did
you
have a lot
borderline
of
would be
whine.
like, is there something wrong with this thing? But it's just how it was.
Hellcat wine.
Yeah.
Pretty sick, dude.
Well-
It's pretty cool that they made the Raptor R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's such a sweet truck.
and then they discontinued the TRX.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
fuck.
bizarre.
very bizarre.
The RHO or whatever the replacement.
Couldn't compete with it, so they were like, well, we better just
They're-
call it off.
Yeah, but they're probably gonna just come
now
out
they're
with some.
competing with
some-
what Ford actually sells, the Raptor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but they'll probably come. I bet
Yeah.
they'll drop a 700 or an 800 horse.
Well, you got to
See.
wonder, though, because, like, if they're doing away with V8 engines due to emissions,
That's back off now, I guess.
They
The
are.
V8 is back.
that's
Yeah.
good.
Oh, so it's
That's
just a
probably
whole
the best
marketing.
Oh, that's
news I
because
saw.
different people now in charge,
Different
but
different administrations have
That is
different
true.
rules, and
Yeah, V8's back.
Well,
Except for
it's-
that Dodge Challenger
Yeah,
EV.
that's tough.
Dude, they just... I could have wrote the book for them on making that cool. It's exactly what it is, except for with 1,000 horsepower.
yeah.
Instead of like 540.
Oh,
What-
really?
What were they thinking?
That's
It's
what it has?
all-wheel drive. It's,
like
cool.
It's like 6.
Oh, they made it all-wheel drive.
It's all-wheel
oh,
drive.
That's lame.
and it's
Well, you can
way
still put
too
it in rear.
expensive.
Oh, you can.
I have no idea what Dodge is doing with that electric Challenger because they made, you know how it has the fake rev sounds? You can like turn it on. Like they need to lean into it being electric, not make it electric and then lean into
Yeah, it's
it
whack.
being
Making it
similar
trying to be a muscle
gas.
car. You're right.
It doesn't make any sense. And then how like the gas version's coming out later.
Yeah.
It's just the weirdest thing. It's like coming out with a product that no one wants and then being like, we'll come out with the one that you will want after this.
Yeah. I just don't understand why you would take a sports car and then I can see why you'd make it EV because EV has amazing performance, but you actually put a EV motor in a fast sports car, but you put a slow EV motor in it.
Yeah.
Like everything else, EV is like a fucking 1,000 horsepower minimum. And like Ryan's Hummer is 1,000 horsepower.
What's the price point on it? It's got to be cheaper to do
like
the smaller one.
$80,000.
That's like
No,
70.
there's just
70,
one
80.
EV, and
I didn't know if they're
it's, like,
trying to-
slow.
A Model 3 Performance, which is like 20 to 30 grand cheaper than that, also has more power and is faster.
Except you're driving around on a fucking jelly
Jelly
bean,
bean.
but
But you're saving money and it's
it's
faster.
faster. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just doesn't really make sense. I like the idea of it. I think it's cool they did an electric one. They just should have made it fast. I agree with Ryan. Should have
Yeah,
been 1,000 horsepower.
Because like the 600 horsepower Hummers, like I would have never gotten one if it didn't have all the power. Like that's what makes that thing cool. Because there's probably nothing else cool about it that you guys would tell me about. But like the fact that it's fast.
It has that much horsepower.
Yeah, it's so fun. Last night I was in a hurry driving fast. Dude, I think I drive that thing faster than my vet. It's just so easy.
Really?
You're just quiet, too. You're just zooming.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I forget because it's so big.
You can take her for a ride. You can take my Hummer. I'll take the Urus.
All right.
Month or two, you think we want to switch? Probably
Sure.
switch back in the spring or
Yeah,
something like
that
that.
works.
I'll trade you the G-Wagon for a day. That'd be fun.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I just give it to Ryan.
No, G-Wagon for...
Oh, the
A
Hummer?
Hummer.
No, not the Hummer. Yours.
Oh, no. Sorry. You'd have to trade with me. I'm already driving
Pretty
it.
soon the whole crew is just like intermixed.
Well, not to switch gears too much, but when Evan was talking about the vintage ride, my buddy was at a vintage ride this weekend and sent me this video of this guy racing.
I like where he's going.
He hit the truck.
What the?
Bro, I was not expecting that.
I'm glad to see that he's on the ground far away from
And
the
this
truck.
is why you wear your tethers, kids.
That wasn't good. That wasn't good.
Who's
Took out a car.
responsible for that?
I mean, the guy riding for sure.
Dude, the throttle just got stuck. Ooh,
That was a
that
TRX,
was
wasn't
a
it?
nice
No, it's a
Cummins.
Rebel.
Dude, I hope nobody was in the passenger.
So I asked
Seat
my
there.
friend that was there. One, buddy was wearing a tether and it didn't work, supposedly. Old
It's an old
sleds.
sled.
But there was a lady sitting in the passenger seat and she did get a little banged up, but she's all right. But yeah, I mean, gnarly if I can get it right on impact there. Boom.
They're lucky that the ski didn't go through the window or something.
I mean,
Looks
like,
like
a pretty
did the
solid
airbag
dent.
go
the
off or
airbag
no?
definitely went off,
Right
though. It
airbag
had
went
to
off.
have.
Can you imagine you're just driving down the road and you just get hit by
Right,
a
that's what was on it.
freaking enticer or whatever the heck this thing is at like 35 miles an hour from the side?
Dude, that is crazy.
Calling the insurance company. Yeah, I got hit by a snowmobile. They're like, oh, how's the rider? Oh, he's fine. No one was on the sled. I just got hit by a sled.
I really wonder how that works for insurance. Is the truck insurance? It's like he obviously doesn't have insurance on his vintage snowmobile that he was riding on a closed course.
That looked like a pretty makeshift track, but I wonder if it could come back
On
to
the
the track
track,
because
probably.
Of course.
Property.
Yeah.
which would suck. But
Yeah, that sucks.
They're gonna
Shut
try
down
to
a
pin it
race.
on somebody, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Buddy was probably running the illegal tether setup. They probably say you have to have a tether, so he just stuck one on there. And
Yeah.
pretended to hook into it. Classic.
Probably a whole cluster.
Yeah, I can't imagine the insurance company's going to like that for the truck or like let it be.
That's what sucks about doing anything. There's always somebody who will come after you, even if like the guy doesn't and whatever. Hopefully they could maybe settle it out of insurance, you know?
That would just suck because you weren't doing anything wrong, or like it's like such a far out consequence. You know, it's like not something you would think of. Like if we were gonna duct tape the throttle of a snowmobile and send it off a jump, and it for some reason went rogue and then hit a vehicle, I would be like, that's what you get.
Yeah, for duct
You
taping
know,
the throttle
but that guy's
open.
just
Right.
going about his business, just riding on a snowmobile course, and it fucking, you know,
Right.
you really wouldn't have expected that.
Might just be a bad mechanic, and he had a bad throttle setup.
It was cold. Maybe something froze in the throttle. You know, nothing works when it's cold. But yeah, bad luck's a doozy. Made me think of our buddy Steve Hamilton. He had his Senna wrecked. Somebody else was driving it, got T-boned. It's like one of very few car worth millions of dollars. And he just took delivery of his Hennessy Venom. And he was like, yeah, well, this car is kind of like the American equivalent of the Senna, and it's the same color. And he goes, well, we were driving a Texas Roadhouse. when the Senna got T-boned. She goes, we might as well finish it off and like go to Texas Roadhouse in this one, which made me remember that in high school, I had like this girl that I liked, but she didn't kind of like
Didn't
me,
like
kind of liked
you?
another guy, kind of didn't like
Okay.
me. Yeah.
All right.
We go to Texas Roadhouse. I'm turning like 16. They throw me up on the Texas Roadhouse stool. Everybody
Start
starts
buttering you up.
singing. I'm having a great time, and I look up, and she's on a date with another guy, like right across the restaurant,
No.
right there. And I went, "Fuck Texas Roadhouse. That sucked. You know, they put me in this bad spot." Then,
Yeah, it's 100% their problem.
well, that's what you think. You think there's no way it can be. Then 2 years later, me and this girl are dating. Like we're
The same chick.
No, another girl. Sorry, me and a girl are dating. Like we're going steady. We go to Texas Roadhouse just by chance. One night we go to Texas Roadhouse, something to eat.
Okay.
Next week breaks up with me,
Yeah, it's got to be Texas Roadhouse.
and
is the
I
problem.
legit
Something to
after
me.
that I would not step foot in a Texas Roadhouse because I was so superstitious about it. I was like, Texas Roadhouse is bad luck.
So
Interesting.
you're over there like, Steve, I get it, dude. Texas Roadhouse.
I did. I text him. I go, I get it, man. Texas Roadhouse bad luck.
You just need to skip the buns. I think the luck is in the buns.
Yeah, right. Could it
The
have
bad
been?
luck's
Could
in
it
the
have been that she watched you house like 14 buns?
Oh, for sure. Probably, dude. They got free refills on Mountain Dew over there. I'm sure I had 15.
The last time that we were at Texas Roadhouse, we recruited 1 or 2 gals for Gavin's speed dating.
Yes.
That was kind
We've
of
had
funny.
pretty good luck at Texas Roadhouse, right?
That's what I'm saying. Now, love isn't dead. Neither is Texas Roadhouse. It's all good.
Yeah, what are the odds that like you got your heart broken at Texas Roadhouse twice and we tried to recruit women from Texas Roadhouse
Or love.
to complete Gavin's heart?
And we get 2 of them. I had to sacrifice that for Gavin in the future.
Yeah, I don't know. If I were you, I'd probably just keep your current girl away from Texas Roadhouse.
You think
like
I
with your
probably-
track record, I wouldn't mean
I
it's
would-
probably
It's
not.
It's probably not
It's
worth it.
Probably not worth the risk at this point.
I was kind of thinking that. But I'm not a Longhorn Steakhouse guy. Texas Roadhouse is way better.
Hey,
Oh, what are you
no
doing
way.
What
here,
are you-
dude?
It's Dalton, the guy with no
He
wisdom.
looks less ridiculous than he did last Monday.
Oh my gosh. Pulling up.
Dude, I'm so high right now.
Really?
Still?
How
Like
did
it.
you get here?
Teleported.
You drive yourself?
No, my mom drove me.
Oh, nice. Where's she at?
I told her to dip.
Really?
I'm stuck with you guys for the rest of the day.
Well,
That's cool.
Whose responsibility
Ken will take
are
care of it.
you?
What?
Who's gonna keep track of you?
Well, you.
I don't think you want that, bro. You're vulnerable.
Dude, I'll just be chilling in the background. I'll have a camera in my hand. I'll be all right.
those two statements don't go hand in hand. Chilling in the background and have the camera in your hands
Shit,
doesn't make a
Dalton's-
whole lot of sense
Dalton's
here.
going to be panning
Do
slower
you
than
really
me.
trust Evan to take care of you?
I thought he was exaggerating a
Yeah,
little, but I looked
somewhat.
into his eyes. He's high.
How's it feel, Dalton? Do you like it?
The wisdom teeth hurt, but I mean, the high makes it better.
Yeah. So
I'm
you,
feeling-
All right, Dalton, you're being a bad influence right now.
Sorry.
but yeah, like once that, did they give you any pain medication?
Well, yeah. They give
Okay.
you
I was
pain
just wondering. Some
medication.
people don't like it. Some people don't take
He's
it.
got
whatever.
a permagrin on.
Yeah, once that high wears off, make sure you get your medication and exactly when they tell you to, because otherwise it'll really start hurting.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay off the pain meds. Maybe take some Tylenol or something.
Okay,
There you go.
exactly. So no pain meds for you.
How far post-op are you?
Like an hour or so.
Just pulls back up still. Pretty
Dude,
good, Dalton.
the way you're
Couple
looking at
hours.
Ken right now is just so funny.
Here you go.
Just don't overdo it, because I overdid it with my wisdom teeth, and it sucked, dude. I got mine done on Friday, and then on Saturday I went snowmobiling, because I thought I was good.
And what
It was
happened?
bad news bears. I got 3 or 4 dry sockets, and it was like the worst pain ever.
So, Dalton, hold on. You were telling us a little bit that your nurse was following you on TikTok and Instagram for your thirst traps or something like that.
Yeah, dude. I guess I woke up and I'm like in a completely different room than I was when I started. And then like this girl was like, "Yeah, I know who you are," or something. Like, I follow you on Instagram, and I guess I don't know where it went. I don't really remember what I said after that.
Could have said anything.
She was kind of trying to put the moves on you, you think?
Did you do this?
Yeah. So the
You hit her
picture,
with the TikTok
picture
thing?
that we
did do
saw,
that.
it looked like you were thirst trapping her, like
No,
Like-
I
like
think I
whatever
woke
the
up,
kids
she
are doing
said
these
that,
days,
and
like-
then I thought about
Then
CJ
they
and
roll
what
the
he
dice.
does, and I was like,
You
yes.
hit her with that.
Wait, so you do that?
No, when I'm making fun of him and all the other TikTok guys, I do that. Yeah.
Oh,
that's the first thing I thought of, so I did it, and I don't know where it went. I think she
how'd it go?
scared.
Yeah.
You should go make a TikTok right now before this wears off.
Yeah, that'd
Might be your most viral one
Yeah.
yet.
With you, I will.
some good lore.
Oh, yeah. What are you guys going to do?
You could drive right now. We should go do some stunts.
That's a good idea, actually. You could do it on the property, so it's under a controlled environment, and you put a blindfold on, and Evan will tell you where to drive.
He could just flip that mouth brace off, and he's got a blindfold on already.
Mouth brace.
No, don't hurt it.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I mean, he's not gonna die.
That's imagine how Ken was with the propane. Stop! No intervening!
Do you think
He's
do you
always
think
very
his-
delicate with situations.
What do you think's gonna happen if he's not wearing that, kid? Probably fine.
I do not want you to get hurt and then your mother have more to take care of. I'm really hoping you didn't drive here because I don't know if we can take care of you.
Yeah, we don't want to, let's just say, take responsibility for you for the rest of the day.
I'll take responsibility for myself.
Yeah, it looks
Right
like,
on.
yeah.
That's cool. Dude.
Dalton, you kept your mouth shut, right? Like when you were all drugged up, you didn't
How
start
was he
saying
supposed to
anything
know?
or spreading any information,
I
huh?
think I signed like 3 NDAs. Even if I wanted to say something, I literally
He's
couldn't.
locked.
Just making sure that no doctors or nurses know about you and Evan's little escapades when the cameras are off.
No, none of that stuff. Speaking of which, I gotta go get camera stuff ready. But here you go, Ken.
See ya.
You got to go to bed, young blood.
Go lay down.
Is this kid
No.
serious?
I think he's.
Just a beast, dude. He's just a beast.
I never got put under when I got my wisdom teeth out.
Really?
Really?
Very whack. But so like that. Me watching videos of people like just waking up has always been really entertaining to me because like, well, what's the difference between like
Well, I think you're more loopy if they don't put you under, because then you're on all the laughing gas shit.
That's
I
true,
think when
but
they
I
put you
can
under,
tell you,
you're
I
in a
definitely
daze for
wasn't.
a second. But I think you snap out of it.
Yeah, I was just dazed for a second, I would say.
I was in a daze like for the rest of the day. Like I just went home, went to bed,
Ken
and then
never-
was
I
fine.
would never
I wish we could. I wish we
Yeah.
could have picked
Seen
Ken up
that.
from his wisdom teeth.
So like, what's the difference
We'd have been
between
fucking with him.
like when I had surgery on my foot? That's just like anesthesia. You're just out, and I remember waking up and being groggy because I think you're out so hard. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And then wisdom teeth, they wake up and they're like half in, half out.
Yeah, it's different because I think it's something different with the face. Because I remember when I got my tonsils out, I wasn't loopy when I woke up.
Oh, because that was more of a.
Throat. I don't know.
I don't know.
I ate a bunch of brownies like right afterwards and got up. They were burnt. So I got all the like burnt. It was like brownie
No.
rocks were
No.
like down in my
No.
Who
socket.
Really?
told you that was a good
No.
idea?
No one.
I didn't want to vape because I was worried I was going to get dry sockets. So I thought I would eat some THC brownies. So I thought I was being smart.
Were you?
No,
they're-
I was flushing it out with that little syringe they give you, and it was bleeding all
How
over.
long
and-
ago was this?
I don't know, like 8 years ago or something.
I
No.
never got my wisdom teeth out.
That's why you're so smart.
It's not
Yeah.
that bad, but
And I have
good
my
for you,
wisdom
like-
teeth too, Ryan. So what do you
That's
have
what
to
I'm
say
saying,
about
dude. That's why you guys are smarter than me. Oh, he's back.
He doesn't even know he's been here already.
Just
Saying,
imagine
what's up,
like
guys?
a scenario where Ken's getting his wisdom teeth out, and we're like, oh yeah, we'll pick him up. And like you like go to pick him up at the door, and like as soon as they bring him out the door, we like put him into the car, and then we're like, oh, like we do some kind of quick one on him. He gets like all dressed up as a clown. Like I could just see us like like just putting him in some goofy situation where he's like,
If we were to do that, something tells me that we would like get in between Ken and like his appointment and call him and be like, all right, so let me explain this for YouTubers, do the whole thing. And we put Ken under, and then we're fucking with him so hard, like they don't even do the surgery. So he wakes up and we like go
he's
through
all
the whole-
loopy. We do
we
all
go
this
through the
shit
whole
to
thing,
him.
and then like the next day he's like,
Pranks.
he's like, wow, it still feels like I have teeth back there. We're
Oh
like,
no! Like,
yeah,
you
no,
actually
they
got to
didn't
go back in there.
Yeah, they didn't do the surgery. We figured that was too much of a liability
Dude,
if
the
we were
placebo
messing with you
effect would be
afterwards.
weird. If you woke up and you're supposed to get your wisdom teeth out, but you didn't, would you be like, oh, it kind of hurts? Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like, "Yes, feels
you
so
know,
good."
Ken would be like, I think I have dry sockets.
I got a broken rib or something.
Well, thank God I did that 15 years ago. So
Being put under sucks though. Like you just wake up so groggy.
When was your last time when your appendix?
I got put under for my appendix, and then I got put under for my hernia. That was a while ago. And then I got put under for my endoscopy when they go into my stomach with a camera.
What about the colonoscopy?
No,
See why he preferred to be awake.
I got a towel for that one. Bit onto it.
Really?
No, I didn't need a towel.
Fuck.
So we got a new bulldozer from our good buddy Rich. I don't know. Did we talk about that on the last pod?
Mm-mm.
So our friend Rich called and was like, hey, I've got this buddy that I sold my dozer to that's selling it. It's for a great price. You guys should buy it if you're looking at doing any more track work. And we're like, yeah, it makes more sense because we spent 10, 15 grand on a rental last year. So we're like, if we're going to do that again this year, and Rich was selling it for like 23 grand. So we're like, oh, it makes sense, right? So we're just like, all right, we'll take your word for it. Looks like a good dozer. If you say so, we'll buy it. So we like wire his buddy the money, and Ken lines up transport. It gets to our shop.
Ship that sucker from Texas.
And it was 15 below out, and like the thing was just solid. It was like frozen solid. The gas was obviously frozen solid because it
diesel was gelled up.
the diesel. Yeah, it was like number 2 diesel, and it was straight from Texas. Couldn't have been any more pure.
But the
Hydraulic
best part-
fluid, even more gelled up than the diesel was.
The what was?
The hydraulic fluid, and
The
that thing
hydraulic
is
fluid.
basically a giant hydraulic pump.
The batteries were frozen up, so like it was like so frozen solid.
And it's a dozer. You can't just drag it inside,
Yeah.
which is the
Yeah.
fucking problem with it.
That's where the best part comes in, is that the delivery driver, per usual, was so Russian, knew no English, and he's out there. He already
Spanish.
unhooked the freaking trailer from his semi, and he's like
no.
ready for us to unload it, but the thing won't start. So I'm trying to explain to him, it's not going to start. Like, we're not going to be able to get it going out here in the freezing cold. We need to get
Zero
it
chance.
inside to this building. But he knows no English, and he's wearing like a full face, like ski mask type of thing. And the way he was like, no English. Like, I thought he was Spanish. So then I take out my translator and I start, typing in like, okay, this, that. So I'm like, he starts speaking Spanish to this guy, and then he gets pissed. He goes, I'm Russian, bro. I'm Russian. Then he shakes his head and just walks away. So I have to like kind of regroup. I have to like
This had to have
regroup.
happened to him before.
I have to regroup. I have to go
clearly
get the
struck
thing
him
again.
down.
At this point he's in his truck, so I'm like knocking on it. He like looks at me, doesn't even move. Comes out. I'm like, all right, like I'm trying to explain to him, we need to hook it up, and then you need to weave it into the building so we can heat this, get it warm enough to then drive off the trailer.
Keep in mind, it is not a straight shot to
It's
back
not
up
a straight.
a trailer
It's like a
into the
super
We
just
move snow,
wacky
we move
thing.
cars.
It's like a
low
90-degree
boy. It's
angle.
Yeah, so then basically we get this guy to gets it in there after like 20 minutes of the door wide open in -15. So now the whole shop is freezing cold as well. So we get the thing down and we're sitting there and trying to get it going. End up spending like 4 or 5 hours with this Russian guy. So at that point we're friends, because I was
They
like,
could be homies.
there's just some kind of like, I'm so pumped by the time he finally gets this thing in. He was driving like kind of like Ryan when he's mad, like shifting into like either reverse or drive while you're still going backwards or forwards, like
Super aggressive.
yeah, just like he was ticked trying to get this thing in. Finally gets it in, and then I was so happy that he was happy, so we started hanging. Brought him
Yeah, he
over.
came to
We ate lunch.
You were mobbing in the G-Wagon.
Yeah, we were
He's
driving around
FaceTiming
the
his
G-Wagon.
buddies.
Really?
He's got the FaceTime on. He's got his Russian friend, and like I don't know what the guy's saying. But the best part was he just kept getting a little angry at like Dalton, because Dalton's just there filming the whole time, and I'm just like I don't even know what's up with this guy. He's just always filming stuff.
And he had that fresh spray tan on.
Yeah, he was thinking, what the frick is going on?
Yeah.
He never
little
really gathered
European.
it. He never really gathered it.
The best part is that so he had to spend all day with us, and then it came time to shine. The dozer started. It was still angry, very angry, and then we got it off, and we're like, okay, you can come
In
get your trailer.
8
moved.
inches at a time.
Yes, it was weird. It would only move a little bit at a time. It took us hours, and anyway, You guys were talking to him, and then CJ had spent so much time with him that he was feeling really comfortable. And then you're like, dude, it's like he can't understand anything.
You could literally
And then
say whatever you
looks
wanted
at
to
him. Me hoi minoi.
But like when you say it, you just like nod your head like and say just some gibberish. He'll be like, nod the head and agree with you. So you can just say whatever
You
you
hit him with
want.
the mahoi manoi.
Yeah, mahoi manoi.
Me hoi minoi. He's like, I don't speak English, but I know
just
what's from
smile.
SpongeBob. You fucking idiot.
Probably. He probably knew it was
Doodle
mine.
Bob.
Dude, I think he lost a lot of respect actually when I did that one. I should have came up. I should have just said some gibberish. I should have just been like, my friend Evan loves rubbing peanut butter all over himself, and then nod my head, and he would have just
gibberish.
been like, yeah, you're right. That's just facts.
Oh, that's great. Yes, we got a dozer, so that's cool.
Yeah, hopefully it fucking runs now.
Dude.
Seems like it's gonna run.
Pretty much from the rip, like the wrenches just kept calling it our new piece of scrap metal. Like they were so confident that it was going to be just such a pile of junk and that we had just spent a bunch of money on something that was going to just never work. And they would have been right.
Could still be right.
They
Wow,
could
yeah,
still
and they
be
could
right.
still be
'Cause
wrong.
I'm holding out for
Supposedly-
100 hours.
Supposedly it runs now, and Gavin said that he drove it a little bit, but you can't really drive it like around the shop because it would destroy the concrete. So I don't know how much we've tested it, but let's hope that Uncle Rich didn't rip us off.
How are we going to get that thing over to our other land? Like,
I was-
you can't just drive it in the
I was
ditch or down the
texting,
side of the road.
Oh yeah, we'll just ditch it.
Okay.
Imagine. We go across everyone's driveways. They're just
I know.
cracked.
You were more or less not serious, but you're like,
More or
so
less.
what are we gonna do? Like, we gonna drive it over there? And I said, I would go as far to say as I would be pissed if I saw someone driving a dozer.
No, we'd have to do it at night.
Yeah.
I don't think we even could
No.
with how like steep some of those ditches are.
No, just right
You
down the
just
middle
take
of
the
the
road.
highway.
highway.
You just take the road.
Oh yeah, just absolutely destroy it.
Focus on the 2 yellow lines. Keep them in the center.
And there's no way that they would figure out who it was, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't have
starts
tracks going from
starts
our-
at our
Yeah.
farm and it ends at our track, and there's a dozer sitting in the middle of it. We're like, you have no proof.
Complete coincidence.
So why do they call them bulldozers? Like, genuine question. Where did the bull come from? We need to get to the bottom of this. Like an excavator, that shit is an excavator.
Also called a crawler.
In 1886, a bulldozer meant a large caliber pistol and the person who wielded it. People don't wield weapons like they used to, man.
That's for sure. Yeah, dude. When they used to just have shootouts, like, that was real? They'd just be like, "Hey, man, you can't be doing whatever you were doing in my town. So meet me outside in an hour, and then we'll just turn around and try to shoot at each other."
You've been watching Westerns again?
No, I actually don't really like Westerns. Again, like, that's why that doesn't make sense to me. Like, they walked out there and then just, like, whoever can.
Pull it out.
How often was it that they would both end up being shot? Or that they would miss and then.
I feel like I'd be really good in a duel.
No.
You don't think I would?
I wouldn't.
You never see me move quick.
I would
Yeah, no, we
fold.
know that you wouldn't, Mike.
I would
You
fold.
didn't have to
Mike-
say that.
Oh, did we start yet?
Yeah, right? I'm not ready.
Well, that's like, it's pretty rare that they show a duel. Again, these are the movies, but where they like shoot multiple times. It's always just like one shot and one guy hits and one guy doesn't.
I don't know, Mike. We'll have to get educated by our Western friends next time we're out west.
He didn't kill me because I had the stopwatch in my pocket. Like,
It's,
what are the odds?
Pocket watch. They didn't have stopwatches.
Yeah, sorry, pocket watch.
Take this with a grain of salt. This is from Google's AI. Comes from the idea of using brute force to move things out of the way, similar to how a
Huh.
bull uses its horns.
That honestly
Makes
makes
sense.
more sense than anything to me. It's just
Take that with a grain of salt. It's Google AI.
but it is what it is.
Similarly, equipmentworld.com says the term dozer originally referred to as the steel plate and an operating mechanism attached to the front of what Cat used to call a tractor.
Okay.
So it
So
would
the dozer is originated from the blade. It was always like a crawler or a tractor. And the bull came from quite literally a bull.
Dude, I'm so excited for it, though. I think it kind of unlocks a bunch of opportunities
It
to
does.
build really cool stuff that would normally maybe just take like more time than it was worth.
Or
I mean, that like usually we'll have it for like a week or two, and we're like, all right, we don't have that much time. Just do
Exactly.
this, fix that.
Yeah.
But now we can like build a new
Chip
couple
away
new
at it.
tracks over at the land. We can fix the dirt bike track. We're gonna start riding more dirt bikes. I've been trying to convince Evan to ride more dirt bikes with me, so build a couple more tracks.
The way you told me we were buying this made it seem like you did it in the troll tone. Like, hey, what do you think of this dozer?
Yeah,
we just bought it.
I didn't. Well, you fired it out, and I was
He
like,
still doesn't know.
you know, it's a yes from me. And then like an hour later, you're like, bought it, and I was like, no, we did not.
Well, it's like a $50,000 dozer, and we paid 20 for it. It might not
work
work.
right away.
We might have gotten fleeced. We don't know.
Fleece?
No,
Is that better than flannel?
I trust Rich. Honestly, if it was anyone else selling it, it maybe wouldn't be worth it. But I was just like, Rich wouldn't do us
I
dirty.
trust
would.
Rich, dude.
Shout out Puppies and Coffee.
We need some puppies and coffee, Rich. Send us another box. We drank it all up.
Yeah, he responds to my story the other day of me like I got caribou, and then he's like, not Puppies and Coffee. I'm like, Rich, you don't even have a public coffee store. I couldn't.
Not yet.
You can't even go online and buy any puppies and coffee?
You can go online,
Oh.
but you just can't get it like from a
Oh.
barista.
All right, guys. Well, I think we got to go meet Travis Pastrana for his big stunt here.
God, that's
I'm
a
excited.
crazy statement.
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
Mike's about to break.
Unofficially.
Mike's about to unofficially break a world record with him.
Oh, we're gonna try.
All right, we got to get some hot dogs in you before we go.
So you have
Part of
enough-
the stunt.
Yeah.
You have a
Stomp.
tight tummy when you do it.
Yeah, you don't want
Full
to
tummy.
lose. Well, there we
I'm
go.
gonna go get a hot dog.
We got to get Mike over to his unofficial world record to break.
We got to take care of Booth Boy over here.
and get Dalton home.
Get
Put
Dalton
Dalton
back.
in the back seat during the
Yeah,
stunt. Hey, just sit here for now and just rest your eyes. Next thing you know, he's in the air.
My hands are gonna be on point today.
You're running the camera still?
I'll run the camera.
Let's fucking go.
All right, there we go, guys. Subscribe if you haven't. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Boom.
Don't let your meatloaf.